The target, Vincente Murillo, is, among other things, a heavy alcoholic. This means that when presented with the opportunity to drink, he will always attempt to do so. This presents us with the perfect opportunity for eliminating him. And I think we all know what method we'll be using. Explosives! Obviously, I mean, come on. What did you think I was going to say? Poison? No, that'd be utterly boring. The target has a chance to randomly appear in one of 3 different locations. But no matter where he appears, the approach is basically the same. We start on the default location with a pistol and a remote micro taser. Then we run around the back of the gas station and grab a propane flask. Next, we locate the target and cause everyone to evacuate the room. Then we toss the propane flask into a corner and place down the remote micro taser. From here, we just wait for the target to return to drink his wine before triggering the taser. This will ignite the leaking propane, causing an explosion, accidentally killing the target. It's important that the propane flask is tossed in just the right position. Otherwise, you might end up killing non-targets, which would ruin your silent assassin rating. This basic strategy doesn't change no matter where the target appears. However, the approach we take does change depending on where the target appears. One of the places he can appear is on one of the last houses along the main road. You'll know he's there because there will be a guard posted on the back of the balcony. There will also be a guard next to the stairs of the building on the other side of the street. The approach for this location can be a bit finicky at times. Sometimes the guards just won't do what you want them to do. We need to make everyone evacuate the top floor of the building. What I did was shoot one of the outside guards, and then I shot the wall inside the room. This means that everyone who was inside the room would evacuate, and everyone who was outside the room would panic and run to where I shot from. I would recommend using the Krugermeyer, because it's so much quieter than the other pistols. If you used a regular silenced pistol, you might alert the guard just outside and get spotted. It shouldn't be a problem if you're fast enough, but using the Krugermeyer reduces this risk. Once everyone has evacuated, we'll carefully infiltrate without getting spotted by anyone else. There shouldn't be any guards on the second floor. If there are, wait for them to leave. Watch out for the construction worker, he might spot you if he wasn't already panicked. You won't need to worry about the cameraman, he isn't an enforcer to you trespassing. Once they're gone, you'll want to throw the propane flask as close to the door as possible. If it's too close to the wine glass, you might end up killing the cameraman or the guard too. After you replace the remote micro taser, all that's left to do is wait for the target to return. It's best to activate the remote micro taser as soon as the target moves to the wine glass. If you wait until after he takes a sip, the camera guy will move and the explosion might kill him too. Like I said, this location can be finicky, but if you follow along it should work out just fine. The next location he can be in is the hut just past the town center between the 2 roads. You'll know he's there because you'll see everyone else inside the hut on your minimap. We have a couple options when it comes to getting everyone to evacuate. We can either shoot into the room from the nearby stairs to evacuate everyone, or we can shoot one of the outside guards from the docks, causing them to panic. Then we can walk inside and throw a propane flask right into the corner next to the wine glass. From here you can place the remote micro taser and just wait for the target to return. Once he goes to take a sip of his wine, activate the remote micro taser and he'll explode. This strategy is much more consistent than the last one. As long as no one spots you doing anything illegal, it should be smooth sailing. The last place the target can appear is down by the docks. If he wasn't in either of the first 2 locations, that means he must be at this last location. You'll want to run down behind the tree next to the bar and shoot the guard inside the room. This will cause the target to evacuate and the guards to run to wherever you shot them from. Once again, you'll want to run in and toss the propane flask right into the corner. Then, once you place down the remote micro taser, you can just wait for the target to return. Once he does, just wait until he takes a sip of that wine before triggering the remote micro taser. The propane will ignite, the target will get caught in the explosion, and you can exit the mission. This last approach is also quite reliable. The guard should panic and won't stick around to spot you. One thing to keep in mind is that the camera in each room is treated like a security camera. If you're caught in front of it, you'll have to go destroy the evidence. Luckily, the video evidence is located in a room on the roof of a nearby house. There are a few different approaches for getting rid of the evidence. There's a door leading up to some stairs you can unlock, provided there's no guard present. At the top of the stairs you can manually destroy the evidence, but be mindful of the patrolling guard. Alternatively, you can walk up the stairs leading to the statue and shoot the evidence instead. This approach is much safer since you'll only be at risk of a single civilian spotting you. But even then, you should be safe as long as you're far enough back so they won't see you. Technically, there is another way, up some stairs on the other side of the building. However, I wouldn't recommend it as it's very easy to get spotted trespassing. And that's my general overview of my approach for eliminating the target. There really isn't anything else to cover, just don't get spotted and you should be golden. The rest of this video is just my final run. You're welcome to stay and watch if you'd like. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Hope you found it helpful, or at least informative. Until next time, happy hunting.
Does that foundation look entirely stable to you? Well, I'm not Mason, but no. Excuse me, senor, what are you trying to do here? I can't. Don Delgado's wine.
Is imminent. The money is being transferred now, 47. Now to find an exit.
What's going on? Are we in danger? Just a trick. Ooh, you are filling the suit out good.
Told my wife.
Thank you for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.